Recording in
We
progress.
can check our situations. This is the best time to know who are truly filial and loyal to heaven, who is truly obey, follow, practice, and embody the teaching of our true parents, as what we read also in our scripture. The most important victory of true parents. True parents produce blessed family. This blessed family, all blessed family, these are the people or the member of our community. These are the people who make a pledge, who make a commitment, and make resolve that they are the people who will fulfill the dream of Heavenly Parent. These are the people who will fulfill the original plan of God. They are the one, all blessed families and member of our community members. These are the people who are committed to correct all the mistakes committed by our first human ancestors. So, blessed family are called precious, the most important person in God's providence. So that's why true parents clearly emphasize in our scriptural reading, you have to fulfill your portion of responsibility. So specifically, very specific, what is our responsibility? To establish, expand, ilgo. In a very simple term, we need to build substantially kingdom of heaven on earth. True parents already told us, we already teach you everything, I taught you, we give you everything. So now, for us to realize, to substantialize God's dream, human responsibility is very important. And that's what also divine principle says. For God to fulfill, to accomplish God's will, we need two. God's portion of responsibility plus human portion of responsibility. So what is our human portion of responsibility? 5%. So specifically, what is that 5%? We need to build Chunelgo. My dear brothers and sisters, that's why mindset, we need to accept all blessed families and member of unification family. We are not ordinary people. Therefore, we cannot behave. We cannot live just like an ordinary people. We cannot think just like the same with an ordinary people because we are a providential people. We are Chonilguk citizen. We are the children of Heavenly Parent and true parents. Chosen people have a very clear mandate from heaven. The mandate from heaven is not only for leaders, it's for all. What is most important to heaven is blessed families. Because these are the people who will substantialize true love, who will procreate life and propagate lineage. And these three things are the most important to heaven. These are the three things that most important to God and to true parent. True love, true life, true lineage, because these are the three things that was lost in the Garden of Eden. So my dear brothers and sisters, if we try to look back in the history, because we can learn from history, right? How Jew, as the first chosen people, how was they are being persecuted. In the very beginning, they chose obedience. They obey God. But later on, they cannot overcome they cannot overcome, they cannot control their desire, they became disobedient. Therefore, they need to pay the necessary indemnity condition. That's why they suffer a lot. Persecution, right? But they hold on their faith to God. We know history of the Jew, right? And how they counter the persecution. They raise themselves. They really study very well the Torah, and they do their utmost best to practice it in their daily lives. That's why, who control the world now? Huh? Jew, right? Who lead the world financial market? Technology. And before, they don't have their own identity and sovereignty and territory. But through working very hard, they have now, right? Same with the chosen people. Christians are the chosen people, the second chosen people of God to fulfill His will. What happened to the Christians? Before, they are minority. They are highly persecuted under the Roman Empire. How Christians react all of these things? They don't use only their mouth and argue and have debate and make reasoning. They work very hard. They raise well their family, their children. They became best of the best. The best Senate at the time of Roman Empire are Christians. The model family at the time are Christians. The great citizens of the Romans are Christians. The great generals are Christians. Then later on, they became state religion. Because they are the great men and women. They raise very well themselves. Before, they are highly persecuted. They are stoned to death. Right? Now, what our true parent told us, you are the chosen people. We are the chosen people. You have responsibility. Aju? So we cannot behave. And don't just rely on leaders. Leaders come and go. Already, true parents give a very clear direction. True mother already give clear direction. Focus on your family now. This is a great chance. Before, in the era of indemnity and restoration, we sacrifice a lot because it is requirement so that true parents can declare Foundation Day to start building Chonilguk, to start substantialize and realize the original plan of Heavenly Parent. Aju? That's why Foundation Day was declared in 2013. And we are now, what year of era now? My dear brothers and sisters, offline and online, we are now in the 14th year of Chonilguk. It means we are already in the 14th year to establish and expand and grow kingdom of heaven on earth. Aju? So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, if we don't accept that we are chosen people, then big problem. Because we will not behave. We will always pursue our personal interest, not include God's interest. That's the mindset of an ordinary citizen. But the mindset of a chosen people, I need to do everything in accordance to the will of Heavenly Parent. I cannot just be an ordinary people in the society. I need to be the best of the best. Because I represent Heavenly Parent's will. I represent true parents. Building is not the real representative of true parents. What true parents said? Who is the most important? Victory. Blessed family. So, my dear brothers and sisters, let's do our best to really raise ourselves. We cannot just be secretive. We need to expose ourselves and to be criticized of the society so that they will know who we are. That's why we are persecuted. Maybe we are criticized because they don't know us. We call ourselves that we are good people because we have the principle. But society don't feel it. Society needs good people. They cannot see it because we don't want to expose ourselves. Are we confident to proclaim? Are we confident of what we have now? That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, what is the clear directions now? Focus. Focus first on yourself. Let's focus on your family. Before we don't spend much time to our family and loved ones and our tribe because of we are in the era of restoration. We need to pay necessary indemnity conditions so that we can go back to the original state before the fall. But in this era of Chonilgu, it's different era. We now focus, make sure that your family is loving family. Make sure that you as husband and wife truly love each other no matter what circumstances. That's like true parents. Make sure that you raise your children to be filial and loyal to heavenly parents, to true parents, and to you as their parents. Make sure as a parent, you can be the model of your children. Because that's the original plan of heavenly parent. That is the three great blessing. That is the purpose of life. Let the neighbors get jealous to you in a positive way because that's what they aspire, that they could have a loving husband, that they could have a faithful husband, that the commitment of their husband and their wife is to love you for eternity. Did your neighbors jealous to you because you have such a loving husband and wife? Did your neighbor, your relative jealous to you because you have a filial and obedient sons and daughters? That's what society wants to see. Aju? So, my dear brothers and sisters, that's why it's a very exciting time actually. Before we demand, before many people complain, even if you try to look at in our Chungshimon, right, mostly they are second generation, third generation. What they always say in the very beginning when they give their testimony, they hate the church. They don't love their parents. They don't love our church. Because the church abandoned them. Their parents abandoned them. Their parents don't have time with them. That's why through this Chongshimon and this next stages of workshop, the spiritual level of workshop, now they realize why we need that to happen. Now they fully understood the heart of heavenly parent through parents. But you see, and they are very repentful, and now they fully understood. But now, in the era of Chonilgu, what is the direction given to us? Focus on your family first. And exert effort, time, resources what you have to make sure that your family is an ideal family. Aju? And all the material is there already. You don't need a leader. What leader can do now is just to assist, to support. Because the main actor in God's providence is not the leader. The main actor of God's providence are the blessed family. Leader can just manage, just organizational point of view and management so that there is only order in the community. Collecting your accomplishment and report it to heaven. And the pastor's job is to make sure that we can supplement and support you of your needs, which is spiritual food. That's why we have sermons, we have gathering, to not to instruct you, but to give spiritual food according to the word of heavenly parent and true parents. So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, crisis means opportunity. No? So look at this. What is Chonulguk? This is our history, right? Yan. This is the history, the 3 stages of growth until we reach perfection. This is the process. But because of the fall in the history, nagkaroon ng fall. After the fall, kailangan natin mag-undergo ng restoration, right? Oh, so that's why, go back tayo from the 0 level back to top level of the growth stage. What is the purpose of restoration? To change lineage. Right? That's why blessing is not just a ceremony. It is a salvation. Bringing back you to the original state before the fall. Actually, in this stage, this is the substantial way to know the person if he truly accepts the parents or not. Joining the Unification Church, joining workshop, and signing membership, it's not a substantial way or you really accept true parents. The substantial acceptance that you believe that true parents is true parents when you receive blessing. Without blessing, your statement has no meaning. Because your lineage will not be changed. So how can you inherit God's true love, true life, and true lineage without the blessing? Right? That's why that's the process of restoration. And it's not easy to undergo restoration. We need to pay a lot of indemnity. Not to make us suffer, not to ruin our lives, but that is very important so that we can restore what was lost. The next. That's why we need to undergo this, right? That's why we need to receive God's Word through divine principle educations, now Champo Moron, Holy Scripture. Then we need to establish foundation of faith and foundation of substance. This is your preparation to receive true parents and Messiah. Right? That's why true parents taught us we need to do fundraising and witnessing. For what? So that you can lay foundation of faith and foundation of substance, so that you have the enough necessary condition to receive the true parents or the Messiah. That's why we need to receive education, so that our old concept will be changed. We need to grow. We need to do indemnity, how to do this. That's why we need to establish foundation. That's why we need to do many fasting condition, bowing, vigil prayer, devotion. This is for personal, right? And then to develop our parental heart, we need to indemnify or experience God's heart. So that's why through witnessing. To establish foundation of faith and foundation of substance. Next. So the way of restoration, we know that already. I don't need to explain, right? So we need to fulfill the foundation to receive the Messiah. So we need two, foundation of faith and foundation of substance. Because that was lost. So how to do? We need to attend So, the way of principle, we need to fulfill our portion of responsibility. That's why we need to fulfill the three great blessings, which is the original plan of God for humanity. So, what we need to do, we need to attend God through parents. We need to offer tithes, donations, offering. We need to witness. We need to become tribal Messiah. We need to become the eternal treasures of heaven. After we reach that foundation, next. So, di ba? So, this is solid man. There is the way of indemnity. Then, after that, if we reach the top level, the growth stage, and receive through parents' blessing, now, we need to, this is the way of fulfilling our responsibility to become perfect man. Right? So, how can you perfect yourselves? You need to study through parents' words. Because true parents' words will teach you how to become a true man and woman, true husband, true wife, how to become true parent. You will experience the 4 great realms of heart and the 3 great kingships. That is our responsibility as a blessed family. Right? We need first to establish the 4 great realms of heart and the 3 great kingships. Because this is the substantial way to inherit the love and heart of Heavenly Parent, and it could be manifested on earth through the blessed family. That's why this is the original way. Next. That's why Chon Il-guk era, this is the perfection, this is the original way, this is the original plan, right? So that is the purpose of restoration. Why we have restoration? Because we need to go back to the original plan. And all the necessary conditions is already achieved, accomplished, completed, perfected. That's why Chon Il-guk era already established by true parents. True Mother or Holy Mother Han already opened, right? The palace of Heavenly Parent. He is already here on earth. So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, let's do our best. Yung ano na dyan, video. So that's why it's very clear, my dear brothers and sisters. Our responsibility is very clear. Chon Il-guk will not grow. Chon Il-guk will not expand if the blessed families will not fulfill their portion of responsibility. That's why I always share, dear brothers and sisters, to all our members in the community, we need to change our mindset now. If we will not fully accept who we are, then how we will fulfill our personal responsibility? How we will study very hard? How we will really exert tremendous effort to be the great men and women, not only inside, especially outside. Because outside also demand, we need good citizens of this country. Who should be the good citizen of this country? It should be the blessed family. Ajo? So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, all those things that happening, because it's already declared, right? Original plan. No more, no need a church. We don't need supposed to be a church if there is no fall, right? Why all of these things need to happen? Because of the way of restoration. So that's why to build Chon Il-guk, we need 3, right? Sovereignty, territory, and people. So, but among the 3, ano ang pinaka-importante? People. If we have people, we have power. We have number. If we have citizen, right? So if we have citizen, we can have sovereignty, we can have territory. Ajo? So that's why, ano ang palaging sinasabi ni Holy Mother Han sa lahat ng member? Witness, 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 witness. We do things as a citizen of Chon Il-guk not for the sake of the leader or the pastor. We do things for the sake of Heavenly Parent and true parents and for the sake of expanding kingdom of heaven on earth. Leader come and go. Leader can be changed. Blessed family can never be changed because that is eternal position. It is in the hands of the blessed family, our citizen of Chunilguk. Either we build heaven or not. It's not in the hands of those who just needs. Adyo? Oh. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, let's do our best. Let's determine all these things, that noise that's happening, let them happen. Because really, it will happen. Adyo? Because this is also a way to know who truly filial and loyal to heaven. Kaya nga, in difficulty, you will know who truly your friend. Diba? Sabi nga sa labas, diba? Pag nandun na sa mga sitwasyon na mahirap at problema, doon mo malalaman at makikilala kung sino talaga ang tunay sa'yo at totoo. Adyo? Because it's not easy to love if you are in difficulties. Mas madali magngiti, madaling gumawa ng mga bagay na hindi mahirap, right? But in difficulties, you will know who are true and who are false. So, my dear brothers and sisters, let's do our best, correct our mindset, change our mindset. Don't wait for the direction of the leader because true parents already give clear directions. Witness and bring here, and then we will report it of your great accomplishment. Maybe nga, sabi ko nga, next time, maybe our Sunday service, Pastor, no need to speak too much. He will just give sermon according to true parents' word, and then let blessed families report your testimonies and accomplishment. Adyo? That's what Heavenly Parent wants to hear. Do you think Heavenly Parent wants to hear the sermon of the pastors? Not His words. You also read the word. But what Heavenly Parent and true parents and Holy Mother wants to hear, right? What's your offering? Where's your result? If you are a Chonbo Victor, where is your 43? That is already a direction given to all victorious Chonbo, right? It's not a direction coming from a pastors. It is a direction coming from Holy Mother Han. And your effort is truly recognized through Mother Build a museum for you that history will remember. So it's up to you. You fulfill the direction of the Messiah. Adyo? It's not to judge. It's not to what? The role of a pastor is just to remind. It's not to give direction. Because the one who can give direction is true parents. Adyo? We just relay the direction. So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, let's do our best. Let's exert effort. Let's work together. Let's unite together, centering on Holy Mother Han and our true parents. As what the true mother said, then we can bring result. So, the direction is very clear. Witness, 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 witness. You witness yourself, join Chong Shimon, join devotion. No reason. If the place is very far, you can do it online. Right? All the teaching of Chopin is available in the internet. There is 3 Holy Scripture there. You can read. You can do hondoke because that is witnessing yourself. Right? Then you witness your brothers and sisters, blessed families in the community. Pray for them. Support for them. Adyo? And then witness other. That's why nga, natural witnessing is now important in the era of Chunilguk. Don't just say, show. Show it. what is principle is all about. That's why lecture, it doesn't matter anymore. You can give lecture. You are already trained. So why you need lecturer? Right? You read the words every day. So wherever, that's what Christian did, right? They share in the street, they share in the tree, everywhere they share. They don't have a lecture. That's why they grow, expand, and develop, right? Oh, wherever you go, you can share actually, right? The principle through your words and through your action. And we are reminded, actions speak louder than words. So therefore, we focus on our action. Let's focus in our lifestyle, not in words. That's why we are reminded by True Father. True Father said, you speak more, you fail. You speak less and act more, you succeed. Aju? So, let's do our best. My dear brothers and sisters, my fellow blessed families, citizens of Shunulguk, we are providential people. Therefore, we have a providential responsibility to expand Shunulguk. Your basic responsibility, you offer your tithes, you offer your donation, you join service, or you create environment where they can experience Heavenly Parents' love and true parents' love. Aju? Okay, so let's give a round of applause to Heavenly Parents, your parents. So this time, for us to have a clear understanding of what's happening now, especially in our Japan, so that we can truly connect in their heart, let's listen to the sermon of our Director General, Reverend Du.
Beloved Japanese members and all blessed families throughout the world. Recently, the Tokyo High Court handed down its decision to uphold the dissolution order against the Family Federation in Japan. As a result, our Japanese brothers and sisters are experiencing deep pain and confusion. Legally, the organization faces the loss of its status as a religious corporation and the procedure for the liquidation of its public assets. Yet, it has also been a clear fight that our faith itself is not being prohibited. However, separate from the legal dissolution, the wounds and pain in the heart of our members are by no means light. When I reflect on that pain, as one of your leaders, I kneel before you to offer my deep apology and to ask your forgiveness. This is because none of us in the leadership can stand free of responsibility for what has come upon Japan. As I have traveled to mission locations throughout the world, what I have witnessed is that the unseen devotion and dedication of the Japanese members have permeated deeply into every corner of the globe, from the Cape of Good Hope in Africa, through Europe, Asia, and North America, all the way to Santiago in Chile. The prayers and tears of Japanese members remained embedded throughout the mission field of the world. It is as a through from that great heart we call Japan. Powerful pearls of heartfelt devotion have created blood vessels that extended to every corner of the world, weaving the whole world a single living body. Wherever Japanese missionaries went to, churches were established, missions were expanded, and countless souls were brought before Heavenly Parent. Even in the most difficult circumstances, financial support and dedicated personnel were sent without reservation to mission field, becoming the very foundation upon which countless people were saved. It would not be an overstatement to say that the global foundation we stand on today has been made possible by the silent dedication of our Japanese members. I take this opportunity to express my deepest and most sincere gratitude on behalf of Chonilguk leaders and blessed families around the world. Beloved brothers and sisters of Heavenly Japan, the path ahead for the Family Federation in Japan remains one that no one can easily predict it. In such a heartbreaking situation, the task of finding an answer to the question of what we should do now will also weigh heavily upon us. The corporation has been dissolved. The public asset gathered through blood, sweat, and tears have been taken away. We have to face the reality of having no place in which to offer worship. And yet, even in these devastating circumstances, true parents give us hope and guidance. We know well that when true parents first began the early church, they did so under conditions that were in many ways even more severe than what Japan faced today. It is for this reason that we can rise again, because we know this truth. We cannot pause. And in order to go forward, we must become one. For the sake of the dream not yet realized, we must once again gather together and advance forward. The churches may be gone, public assets seized, and everything taken from us. We cannot give up on Heavenly Parents' hope, because we still have our proud and precious brothers and sisters. We have blessed the families united in love and bound together in heart. Among them are many second-generation members who were born and raised in that environment and are actively carrying on the mission. I believe this is the hope that no one can ever take from us. Beloved Japanese brothers and sisters, as you have experienced the tremendous tsunami that has struck the Japanese church, I believe all the painful memories of the past must be flashing before you like a kaleidoscope. While I cannot list one by one the wounds you have carried in your heart, I wish to reach out to you in your pain through the crown of glory, through Father's compassion of His innermost heart, which He shared with us long ago. Even though we are deceived, still believe, though we are betrayed, still forgive, love completely, even though who hates you. Wipe your tears away and welcome with a smile those who know nothing but deceit, and those who betrayed without regret. But when I love those who acted against me, I brought victory. Arjun, this is the life true parents lead. They walk the path of trusting even when deceived, and forgiving even when betrayed. By choosing love over hatred and faith over doubt, they confronted Satan's accusation throughout their lives and met it with the victory. For many years you have been receiving the teaching of true parents. Therefore, true parents' DNA flows in your blood. Even though the Japanese members stand now before fears and raising waves, I believe you will triumph over everything. Heaven stands behind you, and true parents are watching over and protecting you. When this trial has surely passed, heaven will once again bless Japan with boundless and infinite blessing. The devotion that has been shown through your sacrifices will never be in vain. I believe it will once again fill our world with beautiful flowers. Heavenly parents and true parents know your innermost circumstances more deeply than anyone. In this very moment, I ask that you not forget upon each and every Japanese member who has guarded this path with tears. Heaven is placing a crown of glory that shines more brilliantly than everything in this world. Please, even on a day when your heart feel it may break apart entirely, this truth stand firm. The true love I have upheld and protected throughout my entire life has saved Japan and saved the world. This is the truth to which heaven, the spirit world, true parents and brothers and sisters of the unification family throughout the world will all stand as living witnesses. We can rise again. For as true mother's word from prison declare, truth will without fail be victorious. And this is eternal truth. We will therefore move forward toward the happy nation of freedom and peace that heaven has opened before us. At this time, as we long for true mother who even now is walking the path of imprisonment, we'd like to conclude by reading the word she gave to us before she was confined. Please do not worry about me. Do not pray for me. Rather pray and offer devotion for you, for your families, for our unification families, and for heavenly parents' will to be fulfilled. Bless the families. I love you. Once again, I bow my head in gratitude and love to our beloved Japanese brothers and sisters who throughout their lives have labored and devoted themselves for the providence of heaven in this world. and to members throughout the world who are watching over the situation in Japan. Please offer your prayers and sincere devotion as comfort to the Japanese church and its members. As a condition of devotion, I ask that you reflect once more deeply in your heart on this truth. Without the dedication of our Japanese churches and its members, our missionary foundation as it exists today could never have come to be. So that the sacrifices they made will not be in vain. Please pray for the churches and members in your own communities with ever deeper love. I pray honestly that the great comfort and peace of heaven may rest upon all members in Japan and upon all blessed families throughout the world. Thank you and God bless you.
That's the sermon of our Director General regarding the situations. So let's do our best. My dear brothers and sisters, we should not put in vain all their sacrifices, no? For the sake of heaven's providence. So let's move forward with the strong resolve and determination that we will truly realize, expand, and grow the foundation of Chunilgo by raising ourselves as a single person, exert more effort, do your best to fulfill the first blessing, become an individual person who can bear fruit, and become a blessed family who can embody the four great realms of heart and the three great kingships. And this is the foundation to expand that foundation to establish kingdom of heaven on earth. You are the protector. The blessed family is the one who will protect, safeguard, propagate, continue Heavenly Parents' true love, true light, and true lineage. And number three, we need to become a true steward of this community. So therefore, we really need to develop our heart so that our heart will become the embodiment and it could manifest Heavenly Parents and true parents, true love. Adieu. So let's give round of applause to our Heavenly Parent, true parents. And may I request everyone to please rise. Let's offer our prayer. Our loving Heavenly Parent, cherish your parents and give word. We offer our gratitude, our samsamnidan towards you and to our victorious true parents. At the same time, we offer our deep repentance and apology because we cannot fully reach the standard of the principle. Instead of giving joy, glory, honor, and victory to you, Heavenly Parent, and to our victorious parents, we give pain, heartache, tears, because from time to time we fail to do our responsibility. But loving Heavenly Parent and victorious parents, because of your true love, unconditional, absolute love towards us, we can always receive grace, mercy, from you and to our true parents. And it gives us hopes to move forward. And I hope one day we can truly become a filial son, a filial daughter, with a heart of Yodram that could truly bring smile to you, Heavenly Parent, and to our true parents, who can give joy, happiness, victory, glory, and honor. So loving Heavenly Parent, as what you always say, everything that happened has a reason. The reason we fail to do our responsibility. But we will never give up, loving Heavenly Parent, victorious parents. We will make this crisis an opportunity to reflect, to check our heart, our motivations, how the people look at us in our community, in our neighborhood, how our friends look at us, how our tribe look at us. So loving Heavenly Parent, we will obey absolutely as what our Holy Mother Hand said. Do not worry about me. Worry yourself. Pray for yourself. Pray for your family. Pray for Heavenly Parents' will to be realized. Our beloved true parents, our beloved Holy Mother Hand, we will absolutely follow and obey, and we will do our utmost best in our daily effort and activity from now on to bring result, to bring offering, and to become the embodiment of your DNA, the true love DNA. We need to follow and embody the words of our true parents, the crown of glory. Very difficult, very challenging, but we know, Heavenly Parent and victorious Parent, this is the absolute way to inherit your true love, and the absolute way to expand and grow and realize Trinity, Kingdom of Heaven on earth. Loving Heavenly Parent, we surrender once again. We submit our lives, our plans and everything to you, because to you nothing is impossible. Loving Heavenly Parent, as a filial son and daughter, we do hope and pray we could truly affirm this for the rest of our lives. Thank you, and we are eternally grateful to you, Heavenly Parent and true parents, because of the sacrifices, the tears, and the true love. Thank you so much for everything, for the precious words and guidance that we receive from you, Heavenly Parent and victorious parents. From now on, we will do our utmost sincerity and best to witness, to witness, to witness, and raise citizens of Chunilgo who plans to fulfill the original plan, the purpose of life, the great blessing. Thank you so much for everything. Together with my brothers and sisters, blessed families and community, we offer together other hand, I often report this prayer in my name. Angelito Lainay, blessed family of children. Adieu. 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 Let's give a round of applause to our heavenly parents.
Let's give another warm round of applause to our Reverend Angelito Kanday for that wonderful life-giving message this Sunday. This time we'll be singing "I Will Pray Now" Naije.
아버님 기다리는 전심원에서 나 이제 기도하리라. 아버님 반겨주시는 이곳에서
나 이제 기도하리라. 어머님 눈물을 흘리신 이곳에서 나 이제 기도하리라. 어머님 안아주시는 이곳에서 나의 부족했던 지난 날을 이제 눈물로써 회개하오니 나의 부족함을 용서하시고 참 사랑으로 감싸주시네. 나 이제 기도하리라. 아버님 기다리는 전심원에서 나 이제 기도하리라. 아버님 반겨주시는 이곳에서 나 이제 기도하리라. 어머님 눈물 흘리신 이곳에서 나 이제 기도하리라. 어머님 안아주시는 이곳에서 나의 부족했던 지난 날을 이제 눈물로써 회개하오니 나의 부족함을 용서하시고 참 사랑으로 감싸주시네. 나의 부족했던 지난 날을 이제 눈물로써 회개하오니 나의 부족함을 용서하시고 참 사랑으로 감싸주시네. 참 사랑으로 감싸주시네.
참 사랑으로 감싸주시네.
Let's have our unison prayer. We're shouting one Abaji and one Omni. Jija. Abaji! Omonim! brothers and sisters, please sit down. We'll have our news and announcement at this moment, and this will be announced and given to us by our Reverend Angelito Canday. Let's welcome again our Reverend Angelito Canday for the news and announcements.
Okay, thank you very much, Ate. So, news announcement, my dear brothers and sisters. So, at this moment, our community, we just finished our meeting. So, we will wait na lang for the memo, especially using the Family Federation, no? Because we really need to comply, no, the legal. So, we will wait na lang for the memo. That's why I think we cannot just publicly use in the Philippines, no? Because it's not legal. Our legal identity is HSA UWC, still unification. So maybe ang pagtawag later on sa mga churches natin, it cannot just be until such time we can fully comply all the necessary compliance, no? Para hindi tayo malagay na naman sa alanganin. So ito yung inaayos. And then now there are some proposals, so we may within this week or next Sunday service we will announce formally that we need to have some new mga initiative, no? Like home church, home group system, because nakita ko based on our observations and the reality, our brothers and sisters are far from each other. So I think it's time to implement that, no? The home group system, home church system, cell group system, yung ganon, no? And then once a month or twice a month, we can have unified service here. Everyone, especially yung mga malalayo, so that we can continue strengthen our faith, no? Hindi tayo pwede na ganito na lang structured, no? And then our yun nga, sinabi ko na, yung witnessing natin. So, our witnessing education center downstairs, you can utilize it. Everyone can utilize it. Bring your guests there. We have materials online, lahat ng klaseng strategy, how we can educate. We can educate your invited, your guests. No? We have online lectures about divine principle. If you can give lecture, then you can do. So you can free utilize our witnessing education center downstairs. Bring your guests. Whatever activity you have, as long that activity is connected to your mission as a chosen people, you can do it. You have business meeting, you can do there. Just offer donation, everything, because the donation that you can give, just only for water, electricity. That's it. So you can utilize our place there, right? Anybody can utilize it. So you can just get the key to our security guard, to Jimson or what. So wait, the witnessing and education center is waiting for everyone. So everyone can use it. No? And then here in the center, we just started arranging everything. Kasi 4 lang naman kami yung staff dito, so naayos namin. So there is a reason bakit 4 lang kami, kasi kailangan isettle. We need to pay indemnity to not to judge or what, para ma-put into order kung ano ang dapat na ilagay, no? Then every Friday you can join Chong Shimon. If you don't have place to sleep, you can sleep here, no? If you want to come here, so we will prepare a place for you to sleep, no? So, mayroon tayong guest kahapon, yung mga second generation from Antipolo and the HTG. So, they have now in Oslo. So, they conducted activity here yesterday together with our younger brothers and sisters from Cebu. So, combination of second generation and first generation. So, yun po ang ating other news and announcement. We will post it in GC, so expect na po natin yon, my dear brothers and sisters. And then online services, we will start, because there are some who have still work on Sunday, so we can have maybe blessed family night every Wednesday, no? Then we will assign all blessed families. That is the best time to gather and share, no? Your whatever you want to share, who will be able to be speaker of that night. So that's another way of a service, because not all is available on Sunday, so we can provide other schedule of services, no? Especially they are available only on night, right? Maraming bakante sa gabi. Kasi sa umaga may trabaho lahat, no? Even until Sunday, no? Nag-iba yung environment, so we will that. So maybe we will have our blessed family night or community night every Wednesday. So we will offer the official announcement, so that magkaroon tayo ng another venue, no? Para makater natin yung iba nating brothers and sisters na hindi talaga, because of some circumstances and situation, hindi talaga sila maka-attend, gustuhin man nila even to join online services because they have work and it is prohibited naman. Hindi rin sila makapokus, right? So that's why evening lang sila available, no? From like 7 to 8, it's only 1 hour or 1 and a half. And then ano pa? So today our acting cashier natin ngayon si Sunshine. So your tithes and donation, you can send to Sunshine or to Ate Shuko, no? Sila po yung yung responsible for that matter, no? So that's all. So let's do our best, my dear brothers and sisters. Let's bring victory and let's do our best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for